Hey guys, it's Rebecca with Oyoyo Realty and Virtual Properties. I have been a landlord for the last 3 years. I purchased my second home and decided to use it as a rental, and we have had a lot of fails. So I want to share with you things I've learned since being a landlord and what I would do moving forward in order to correct some of these issues to help you out for the future. So stay tuned and I will show you and tell you what you should do as a first-time landlord. Number 1, listing your property on multiple sites, including the multiple listing service, Craigslist, and any free services in order to get your ad out to people who would be potentially interested in renting out your space. Number 2, when you find someone who is truly interested in the property, make sure they fill out an application, obtain a fee for the background check and the credit check. Now, I would do a background check, meaning, criminal and credit wise on all tenants that are interested in moving in. I would make sure that I could check the property, the interior of the property periodically every 3 months to ensure that the tenants are keeping good care of the house and repair any issues if there are any things needed. Also, I would be very firm about whether I will allow pets in the home, and on the first occasion that I spotted that there was a pet, I would make sure I sent them written documentation and make sure that they're paying any pet fees, and if there were any pet damages, include that in the agreement. Be very forthcoming and make sure that you're implementing what you have in the agreement. You should also check references. So if a tenant is saying, I've been a good tenant, I've lived here for the past several years, make sure you check into it. My current home is a single family home, so that means that the tenant is responsible for the lawn care, and my last tenant had a hard time keeping up with it. So moving forward, I decided to have yard work included in the monthly payment amount, and that way if they're unable to meet, then the yard the lawn maintenance guy comes out, mows the lawn, and takes care of the hedges, and it's already covered in the rent. So it just makes it easier on all parties. Also, eviction. Make sure that you're looking at the Georgia or Gwinnett County guidelines as far as filing the eviction if you need to go that far. Make sure you're doing everything correctly. Unfortunately, I would love to say that I never had to evict a tenant, but I have had to evict a tenant for non-payment, and complete disregard for me following up with them saying, hey, when it's available. And I actually gave them 2 months time before I decided to pursue with the eviction. So try to be kind and courteous and understanding of people's situations. But if you're reaching out and you can't get a response and they're way past their deadline, then you need to do what you need to do to secure your property. So those are things I learned during my first try as a landlord. It was stressful, however I made it through. Well, thanks so much for watching. Again, I'm Rebecca with Oyoyo Realty and Virtual Properties. Tune in next week for the next episode.